We are kicking off the month of June, and how gay does it feel? Welcome to the Inner Circle podcast. It is another episode, and it's our first episode of the month where we are kicking off Pride Month.
Hi, gay.
You had some, you had sent me a reel the other day, which I thought was hilarious, which I posted on our Inner Circle Instagram page. Make sure to follow us there. On the start of Pride, so it was hilarious. You got to go check it out. But how are you,
I
girlfriend?
am well. I am good. Can't complain. You know what? June 1st, I woke up in a good mood, but I also am very optimistic with, first of all, I gotta say, the Knicks losing and the Yankees taking a belt to the ass was really sad. But we're turning our frowns upside down because being that it's Pride, I went onto my Spotify, found Andy Cohen's Pride playlist. By the way, his birthday is June 2nd. So I'm posting him. Um and I've been playing like the classics.
Nice, nice. Well, look at me. I'm like whipping out my Pride gear, and but it's also in
Where'd you get
Nueva
that
York.
shirt?
In Nueva York is about to be the Puerto Rican festival and parade this week, and so I had to rep a little bit of some Puerto Rican gear. But speaking of Puerto Rico, today I'm so excited. We've been talking about it that we're going to be having special guests throughout the month of June, and I am excited. We are excited to kick
I'm
it
so
off.
excited.
Um, Something that's been in the making for a while, but all good things take time. And we met this beautiful lady in Puerto Rico, but I'm not going to say much. We are going to bring out our special guest to kick off Pride Month and celebrate with us and get into the things, all things. Welcome, special guest, Lisa.
Hi
How are
guys!
you? How
Round of
are you?
My
applause.
beach bunnies!
Hi, our
This,
little Bronx beach
Hello!
bunny.
My beach
how
bunnies. That's
are
where I met
you?
you guys.
Welcome to the inner circle.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
Thank you for coming on and taking time out
All
of
day
your day
long.
doing this. So we are thankful, but we are also so excited for this. Every time we have the opportunity to bring on other people to get into things with us and give us, bring another perspective, we appreciate that. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's been in the
Now,
works for a while too.
It
yes,
has.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. But let's start from the beginning on how we met, Lisa. And I want you to take that and then we'll chime in and stuff with our stuff. But how we met.
Well, the quick version.
Yeah.
I was at the beach, La Isabel, by myself, just uh, enjoying myself, drinking, listening to music. And then I seen you guys and you guys saw me and like we immediately connected. Like immediately. You guys welcomed me, you guys with a whole crew, just drinking, talking, listening to music, and then share the common, the Bad Bunny, and then from there was a hit.
Yes.
A
Oh,
hit. Like oh, that's all we needed.
it's
I think
kind of like when Melanie and I became best friends at Forever 21 because of music, because of the Spice Girls or Britney or
Brittany,
both.
yeah, and Spice
Yeah.
Girls.
So the Spice Girls, so Bad Bunny, music
Yeah.
makes them.
I mean, we immediately connected. And sometimes you're iffy with people. Like, I had that old school mentality, no new friends, but like, obviously, that's not my style. That's not my vibe anymore. And you
Right.
guys were super welcoming, like, super, super welcoming. I was just like, oh shit, gotta get the number, gotta hang out with them. Because, I was there by myself the whole time. And
Yeah.
you guys were
Which
super
we were
welcoming.
like,
Like,
that's why we were like, wow, she's chilling by herself. I think Charlie was the one that called it out. And he was
Mm,
like, I love that. I love being able to just come to the beach and chill out like her. Like she's doing her thing. I saw
mm,
you and I was like, okay, cool. I was hanging out with the boys, but we hit it off when
yeah.
you first started saying that you were from the Bronx, and we were like,
Oh,
we're from the
yeah.
Bronx too.
Yeah.
You work in fashion. I was like, I worked in fashion too. So we had
Uh-huh.
a lot in common.
A
So
lot, a
we've
lot.
been inseparable ever since.
Uh-huh. We have.
And the rest is history, as
Hmm.
they would say, and here we are.
I mean, to the point where we planned a trip to Puerto Rico again.
Yes,
Yep.
we're going to Puerto Rico in. I mean, I think we've spoken about it a little bit. We mentioned that that we're going in August. But yeah, how do you are you excited? Well, you're going a few times actually.
I'm going in a few weeks. I'm going for
Yeah,
4th of July week, and then I'm going with you guys.
well,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's fair because I went in May, so I can't really talk crap. Like I okay,
Exactly.
it's fair, but
Exactly.
we're all going in August. Like,
I know. I'm still trying to convince Melanie to come for 4th of July week.
Listen, I took those days off. I'm gonna like look at tickets, but because I don't have anything to do.
yeah,
So maybe I might
And you're supposed to take your PTO.
I know, I am. Guys, we're supposed to get the Culebra tickets, right? Like,
Yeah.
aren't we supposed to get them like 2 months prior or something?
Yeah, we could get them to like now.
Yeah,
yeah.
This would be
I'm
the
like,
month to
well,
get them.
that's basically now because yeah.
we should get them now before they sell out. But you know what's so funny? I went back and I was looking at like when I got the Bad Bunny tickets, it was in January. Time has
January.
flown.
We're already halfway into the year, guys.
Hmm.
We are.
Isn't that scary? Halfway in. Today is officially halfway into the year.
I thought that earlier this week at work. I'm like standing there and like going through like the day and the week ahead, and I'm like, oh shit! Like it hit
Yeah.
me. I'm
Yeah.
like, we have the half mark, and I'm like, and once summer goes by,
Mm.
it's like a race. Like September,
Yeah.
October, November, it goes by
But
quick.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm sad because I feel like after the Bad Bunny concert in August, it's gonna go back like it's gonna be September and then it's gonna be back to like the
I know.
fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Remember when you were a kid, the summer felt like forever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah,
like June 1st and it's 60 degrees.
it feels like a weekend.
I know.
yeah.
It does.
Um,
It breezes by.
speaking of our Puerto Rico trip, have you ever? Because for me, that trip is gonna be all the feels because it's my first time. Well, one to see Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, where we're from, and we've lived and stuff, and we have our roots and history. For me as a Puerto Rican, I'm just so excited and like, wow! And my first concert ever in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, mine too.
Yours too?
Really?
Yeah, I've never been to a concert in Puerto Rico.
Besides, okay, don't get me wrong. Besides, like, como en los barrios, like in the inner thing, like, when, like, some big salseros may go and sing in there and
Like
stuff. And
festivals.
Like little festivals.
yeah, yeah. So I've been to some festivals in Puerto
Me
Rico
too.
where I
Me
seen La
too.
India and
Yeah.
stuff and some other, big salseros from Puerto Rico, but I've never been to a concert. So I'm so excited.
Yeah, I've never been to a concert. And the festivals that I actually went to was nothing Latino. It was like a metal concert.
In Puerto Rico?
Like, yeah, Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I
Yeah,
believe
because
it.
like
There's a lot of metalheads over there.
yeah, there is. There's a lot of metalheads. And they took me to like a
Well,
festival and I was like listening to hard rock.
one of my brothers is a metalhead, although he didn't grow up there, but he's a metalhead.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah.
But we're so excited. We can't wait. Look at us jumping. Like it's June 1st, and we're already like
I'm
like
so
August is over.
excited.
But I think
It's
that's why I want to do something for July, like 4th of July, because that way the sun, like right now, is dragging and then it's going to hit you. Like life hits you fast. Then it's
Mhm.
the concert and then it's back to reality.
I know.
Ugh,
well, it's
I
a
know.
concert. Then for me, a trip and be true like after.
oh,
Well,
yeah,
we
true. But
we're
still,
discussing that's the after show. But we are in June though, and
Yes.
again we are kicking off Pride Month. And I was
Absolutely.
thinking, as ladies, and Melody being my best friend for over a decade and being an ally, what what does it mean to you ladies to be considered allies, and what that means to the community to have women like you as allies? And why also do you think women, for the most part, you see a majority of women become allies to the LGBT community?
For me, I can say it started off with me being very young. When I was younger, my mom was always in and out of hair salons. Always. My mom has beautiful hair and she always would go every weekend. And I remember like when my dad would give me and my sister money, we would go to get our hair done and we would go and I to this day remember the name of the salon. It was Nasha Salon and it was in the Bronx. And every hairstylist was a gay man. There were a few trans women and others that were just gay men, but they were so fierce. And I remember me and my sister would like look at them and be just enamored because we wanted to be like them. We thought that they were like celebrities and stuff. And they would always like uplift me and my sister and my mom too, obviously. But like I remember they would ask me, "Oh, what do you want to do when you grow up? You could be whatever you want to do." Like they would say this to me. Mind you, they were basically being disrespected. This was in the Bronx, in the South Bronx.
Yeah.
Obviously, seeing gay men dressed very feminine and back in like the 90s was not something, that was common like it is now. Um, but I feel like being an ally to me is showing respect for other people that are not like you and basically representing a community that like hasn't been giving opportunities but also has looked out for others. Like I don't know what woman doesn't have a gay man in her life that uplifts her or has helped her, whether it's with hair, makeup, dating advice, anything. So that's why I
Right.
feel like being an ally is very important.
Yeah, and I have to piggyback on that too. I'm a woman of a certain age, so like I was more of an adult in the 90s. So I grew up in the village. I grew up in Soho. I used to like run amok in the streets. So for me, it was normal to be around like gay people at 13, 14, 15 years old. And I saw all the adversities that they faced because it was more taboo in the 90s. I'm talking about 1992, 93. It was super taboo.
Mm.
And I just saw like what they had to go through. So like, how do I not be supportive to that? Like, how do I not? I felt like it's my job as a human being, a woman. It's like, how is your sexual orientation, affect me? I don't give a shit. Like, that's your sexual identity. It has nothing to do with me. So for me, I was just like, it was my sense of norm that I felt like, what is the big deal? Like, it's not that serious. And why do you care who they're having sex with? Like, that shouldn't be in your head anyway. Right.
Yeah.
So I just felt like for me, it was a sense of norm. And for me, it was a sense of responsibility to be supportive.
Right.
And again, we appreciate all our women allies. I think also, and I had this conversation a while ago. I don't know with who, but they brought up great points of another reason why gay men and women connect, and because like gay men facing adversity, women had to face it back in the day as well.
100%.
So, I think women as well know about adversity. So I think there's that connection as well where we connect in that way. But nonetheless, we thank all our women allies on this Pride Month. And it helps. It definitely helps. But let's talk about something that surprisingly a few weeks ago Melanie brought up to me. And funny enough, prior to her bringing it up to me, I heard loosely about it for the first time on a podcast. Lavender marriages. So, Melanie, do you want to usher it in and take it away for this discussion? Because
Yeah.
just like me, I found out a few weeks ago on a podcast, and then it came up where you brought it up and stuff. So I think many other people may not know about lavender marriages, especially maybe the straight people.
So I'm going to tell you what the term is. Lavender marriage is a term used to describe marriage between a man and a woman in which both partners are LGBTQ plus, but the marriage is used to present a heterosexual public image. So
Yeah.
let's say I was gay or I was a lesbian and Charlie being a gay man, we wanted to be hetero facing and look like we were a straight couple. So we would get married and act as a straight couple, common law, marriage. But he's over here with his conquests that are gay men, and I'm over here with my lesbians, which is basically what it is. I mean, I don't know why it's called lavender. I think that the term lavender has been long associated with queer identity, especially gay men.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
I don't even remember how I got like introduced to it. I just remember reaching out to Charlie and being like, "What's this?" The idea, I feel like as I'm getting older and the situation with dating and being in these lack thereof relationships with men, listen, sometimes you get your benefits being married,
Yeah.
your tax breaks being married, and the way I owe taxes, I don't know. I may have to
So
do
I
it.
think that's how it started. I think they did it more for like
Benefit.
status, political reasons, benefits within marriage. Because let's face it, if you're married, you get more benefits. As single people, we don't get benefits the way married people do. You
Right.
Mhm.
know, same thing with politicians. Politicians, you have to present a picture for them.
Right.
And if that means marrying and looking straight, that's what they'll do. But I think also too the generation has changed it because of dating and how like wishy-washy dating is, that they're like, screw it, I'm going to marry somebody gay and I'm going to reap the benefits and, you know, to create their own benefits, so to speak.
Yep. I would marry a gay man who's a billionaire.
I would marry a gay guy if he was a millionaire.
Like, you do you, boo, and I'll
Right.
do me.
As long as we discuss our boundaries, what we're able to do, our finances,
But
listen,
would
and
it still
even
be
raising children.
considered lavender marriage if it's a straight woman married with a gay man or a
Yeah.
Yeah.
woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it would be between one or both partners are
Okay.
part of the LGBT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm.
And when you
Well,
think about it, Will and Grace were married. They just weren't married on paper.
What?
I
exists.
mean, they did everything together. Will and
I
Grace.
never saw that show. I never watched that
Always
show.
is such a great
It's
show.
my favorite
It's
show
one of
next
my
to Friends.
yeah, it's one of my
It
favorites.
is such a great show.
Yeah,
I'd
I
rather
love it.
watch Will and Grace before I watch Friends, which is crazy because I've seen like
I
Oh,
like Will and Grace.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I never got
me
into
too.
Friends. I never got into Friends. Never got into
Will
Friends.
and Grace is hysterical. I implore you to watch it. It's so funny.
Will and Grace is hysterical. Jack,
Uh-huh.
just Jack, and then
Just
like Karen, sweetie,
Yes.
sweetie.
her
Drunk.
voice is like irritating. It's like nails on chalkboard, but maybe I'll watch it.
It
You
is
should,
so
you have-
funny.
Yeah, it's and it's a like gay iconic show.
It is.
Are we like
Okay.
Will and Grace? Like,
Yes, people
Yeah,
who
the
call
only
us
thing that's
Will
missing,
and
you guys are
Grace.
not living together.
okay, I see.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but remember at one point they lived they lived in the same
They live
apartment.
separately, but
The
people
same
always
apartment.
reunited.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But anywho, yeah, we would I be in a lavender marriage? No, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Why?
And it's funny you say that because you want a son, like you want to have a child.
Oh wait, so the woman will
You
Oh,
can
well,
have, you can do whatever you
You could
want.
just you could marry who you could discuss like you could get married for the purpose of having a child.
Right.
yeah,
Not us
but
trying to convince him.
what
I
about if
know,
wanted
not-
to put it with a man first, then, like raise my kid with a man, not a
You could
woman?
raise your child with a man, then it could be a plural marriage.
Yeah. There could be multiple people.
I
I
mean, that's
guess.
that's a three that's a throuple.
Three's a crowd.
Open relationship, basically.
It's a modern family.
It's a modern family. That's true.
yes.
Yeah.
Look
And
at like
speaking of that, to piggyback off of Pride, did you guys hear about Pee Wee Herman's like documentary? that just came
I
out?
heard about it. I didn't see it.
Good.
I
I
want to
haven't
watch
seen
it.
it, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
I want to
So,
watch it too. Because, he was
but
doing scandalous things.
all in all,
Hmm.
I always felt Pee Wee Herman was gay since I was a little kid.
100%.
It's not that. It's more so it is a documentary to show people the true person that he was. It not like everyone framed him to be this pedophile allegedly, and he wanted to like have a documentary put out there to basically show like he's been fighting those rumors for decades and stuff. But I don't know, I saw a snippet on TikTok and it looked really sad. I do want to see it because obviously for Pride I want to see anything documentary like LGBT related. But yeah, it was very sad. That and
But I
like
also think
Richard
he
Simmons.
was caught masturbating in a movie theater
Yeah, but it was an
or
adult
watching
movie,
porn.
an adult theater.
Yeah, adult
Like
theater or something like
I'm
that.
pretty sure people did that, and like because he was a celebrity, they made it a big deal. Like let's
Right.
be real, and I'm not even gonna try to put my business out there, but who hasn't gone to a movie theater and done like something that they shouldn't be doing, inappropriate? Who hasn't done a lewd act in a movie theater?
I honestly don't think.
Oh, look at this.
A
Virgin
few
Mary. No
times.
mentira.
Oh, I'm
A
definitely
few
not a
times.
virgin, but I don't think I have.
Well,
I might have
you know,
kissed. I might
sometimes
have
the movies
kissed. I
get
might have kissed, made
boring.
out.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm missing
Well,
out. Maybe I'll try it.
no, I think the that whole thing that came out, I remember it being like so scandalous, but it's like New York was built on peep shows. I was having this conversation with my uncle. He told me my father used to go with him to like Times Square back in the day and go to like the peep show. Like you put a quarter in and the women would like dance behind a window.
It was all over the place. Before Disney was there, I remember as a child, 42nd Street, my dad used to take me to the movies. It was all porn,
Yeah.
all strip clubs, peep shows. What do you call that?
Times
Those
Square was
stores.
Rudy Giuliani was basically the one that cleaned up Times Square.
Yeah,
From
he was.
I feel
Yeah.
like if we had that back, controversial opinion, if we had that back, there wouldn't be as pervy like people out there doing crazier things. Like I don't know, you wouldn't
Well,
see
we have
lewd
the
acts in
internet.
the train.
We have the internet.
That true.
Yeah, that's
We have the
true.
internet now.
That's
Anyway,
true.
but I want to see it. I think I'm gonna see it tonight.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want to see it too.
But speaking of Puerto Rico, because we were speaking about our upcoming Puerto Rico trip
Mhm.
recently this week, and it's picking up traction in the internet world. It came out. I don't know, Melanie, if you want to share it exactly because you sent it to me.
Yeah.
I looked into it as well, but I'll let you explain of what is going on with Puerto Rico and our beloved Coquis.
So there was a Reddit post that someone posted on the Puerto Rico travel part of Reddit where they said, does anyone know? This is what they said loosely, not verbatim. Does anyone know where I can get some sort of spray that will kill those frogs that make noises? They're all over my Airbnb. And we had a couple that were visiting Puerto Rico as well, and they said that they were able to find a spray that killed all the frogs. Now, it got traction because a lot of people saw the post and they were like, whoa, 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 are you talking about coquis? Those are a national animal to Puerto Rico. They're not supposed to be extinct. They're like, what is it? What's the opposite of a landmark for an animal? Like
It's
endangered species.
it's our staple.
Yeah, and it's also
It's
an
our
endangered
staple.
species.
Yes.
Puerto Rico is known for having the coqui frog because they are the only island that has it. And there's different types
Yes.
of coquis. I know you guys can talk about it more because you guys are Puerto Rican. I was just shocked when I saw it, and that's one thing. You know, I am a sound machine type of girl. When I go travel somewhere and it's too quiet, call me being obsessed with New York, but I like the sounds, the sirens of the city. I like the bing bong. So when I travel, I always have a sound machine that has like the city noise. Puerto
Right.
Rico is the only place that I don't need a sound machine because I wake up and go to sleep to the sound, the song of the coquille.
Of course.
So when
Of
I heard
course.
that, I was like, that is insane. And how dare you do that because you're bothered over the
Mhm.
sound?
Yeah, well, I was enraged because, like I said, the coquille is our staple. It
Yeah.
is what makes us our island. That's ours. And it's just not that, it's our spirituality. This comes way back from indigenous Tainos.
Mhm.
We actually have art all over the island because it is our staple. So for anybody to kind of like colonize on it, because let's just face it, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful. That's like me going to Alaska and killing polar bears.
True.
That's like somebody coming to America and saying, you know what, there's so many bald American eagles killing my plants. Let me just kill them. Like, how dare they?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Like, how dare, excuse my language, but like, how
You
dare
can
they?
curse on here. That's fine. That's like going to Brazil and fucking going to the Amazon, or even going to a safari in Africa and being like,
Right.
I don't like the animal. I'm afraid, and let me kill it.
Yeah,
I I don't get it. I don't understand. Stop going to places where you're going to disrespect the culture.
exactly. Exactly.
You have mentioned Airbnb people and stuff. Now, my question is it people that have moved to Puerto Rico that are complaining, or these are like vacationers?
Vacationers, they are tourists. They are people that are just staying at Airbnbs or whatever. Mind you, when I the last time I went last summer to Puerto Rico, I stayed at the Embassy Suites. And in the courtyard area, there's a lot of like trees and greenery, and you
Thank
hear the
you.
cookies inside
Yeah.
the building.
Yes.
What am I
Yes.
gonna go downstairs and complain to front desk if it's too loud? Like, people need to like get a fucking life. Play
Right.
like, have a
For
fan.
me, that's my Puerto Rican white noise. I
Yes.
go to sleep and I hear it, and I'm just like,
Yes.
It knocks you out. It's like that
knocks
like
me
the
out. I
Zen
just
music.
love hearing it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, and this is why, and I had this thought with myself a few weeks ago. Like when I go to Puerto Rico, and sometimes I get upset when I see non-Puerto Ricans there, and I'm like,
Me
ugh.
too.
Especially,
And I'm not even
certain,
Puerto Rican.
Me three.
you know, but the other part of me then thinks like, it's needed for money and tourism and all that stuff, but I get a little selfish when it comes to Puerto Rico because we have the ignorance like this that happens
Yeah.
where
Right. Right.
people get a little too comfortable and want to start destroying things that are meaningful
Right.
to that particular place, and it's
Right.
ignorance
It is.
basically, because to go somewhere else that you're not from and take it upon yourself, oh, let me kill these things or whatever, like it's just ignorance, plain ignorance. And this is why sometimes, like, this validates why sometimes I get a little selfish about, like, oh, don't go to Puerto Rico, like, why are you in Puerto
Right.
Rico?
Well, that's
Right.
why I feel like Puerto Rico
Certain
needs to be a
people
little
are.
bit Puerto Rico needs to be a little bit more stricter with their laws
I agree.
and like with
I
their
agree.
culture. When I go to Puerto Rico more times than I go to Dominican Republic, and one thing that I have said multiple times with DR is that it's really sad. There are areas in DR that are more colonized, so to speak, and ran by non-Dominicans that have like they literally have houses, businesses, in areas like Punta Cana, La Romana. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want that to happen to Puerto Rico. It sucks because it looks like it's heading in that direction.
100%.
But while they should start making some legislative moves to
Right.
prevent things like this from happening. Because what's next? I don't
So
know.
that's another reason why, like, I'm glad Bad Bunny's having this concert because he's, generating money
Yeah,
and, he's preserving the culture. However, I am a little bit scared
me too.
because since he's generating a lot of money, that means you're generating a lot of tourists.
Mm.
And then they're going to have ideas like, oh, we could buy a house here. We could buy a house there. We can do this. We can do that. So
Mm.
I'm happy that he's doing this residency And like, to me, I'm just like, that's what we need. The island needs money. Like, we need it for so many reasons. But then there's a piece of me that's scared because I'm just scared of people coming in and infiltrating and trying to kind of like dismantle it and
Yeah.
ruin our culture.
That's a great point. I did not think of that. You
Yeah.
bring up a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really didn't think about that. Um, and this is why Melanie and the talks, and even with my dad, when my dad talks about it, and even with my brothers, we need to make moves and
I've been said it. I am literally working on getting dual citizenship
there's no
in
way
Guard.
no gringos are gonna take over, monopolize everything.
Yeah. If it's
Uh,
easy to get, put a down payment on a small little apartment and turning it into Airbnb, or
100%.
having like generational wealth in
tú
Puerto
sabes,
Rico, just
Lisa,
do it.
even if you buy the property, tú sabes, Puerto Rico, tú lo puedes dejar ahí abandonado for a while before
100%.
you do. It's yours. No,
It's
that's
yours. You do whatever the hell you want to do.
that's how it is in Puerto Rico. I don't know if you had that experience in DR, but you will see a lot of, like, since I was a kid, you will see
Yeah.
these houses that are started
Yeah.
and never finished. And then, like, as kids, then like we will go and run, like, play in the
Yeah.
unfinished houses. Yeah.
That's my
because
grandmother's house to this day.
in Puerto Rico, there's a lot of things that are started but not
Mhm.
finished. Take forever to finish,
Like,
building wise.
and you figure too, like, not for nothing, a lot of, these tourists, white people, I mean, they do it. They come into our island and kind of capitalize on it.
Yep.
Us, as people are Puerto Ricans, we should be doing the same thing too.
Preach.
Mhm.
Preach, but I, you bring up a good point, but I hope for the best. Like, I'm just gonna hope for the best, and stay in the positive of the revenue is gonna
Right,
create for
right,
Puerto
right.
Ricans, and
Yeah.
also just the history in the making that's gonna be. Like, I'm so excited.
Absolutely. He's the first one
We're
doing
gonna
a
be part of
residency in Puerto
history if you
Rico.
think about it.
Yes. Listen, he could have chosen Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
He did it in his island. And he actually skipped the rest of the United States.
And he's doing it all summer. Like, it kicks off July 11th, I believe.
Yeah.
And he's literally performing every weekend
Yeah.
into mid-September. He finishes mid-September, then later on he goes to Europe.
Mhm.
And if he really doesn't do US, I'm laughing.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at it either.
I'm not mad about it.
You see, listen,
Neither am I.
no shade to Beyonce, because I think she's great. And we went to see her last year for the Renaissance show, and that's one of the best concerts I've been to. Is up there. With that being said, like, I've been seeing so many Cowboy Carter posts.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Over it.
Just at MetLife. Well, we live here. We know where MetLife is at. We all live in New York. So it's like, and I love it because this time around, everyone in their cowboy gear. But I'm like, I'll let y'all have that.
All day.
Because the real big concert this year is Bad Bunny's residency in Puerto
100%.
Rico. You have to go and see him. So that's even more of a who's the boss. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
What was it that he said in his tour, in his like little release thing for the residency? He said, "Yo no me voy de aquí."
Yeah.
That's how he promoted.
Yo no me quiero ir de aquí.
No me quiero ir de aquí. I have like a whole list of like food places that I want to go, that I'm gonna hit. I know you guys don't like Chinese food like that, but I am trying Puerto Rican Chinese.
Oh, Puerto Rican Chinese food is amazing. Are you kidding?
Okay, good, because I'm gonna be fucking eating every night. I'm probably gonna gain all the weight I lost, and I'm definitely getting those burgers. The burger spot that we went to.
The burger spot that Charlie posted.
Yeah.
On TikTok. That's gotten our most views on our TikTok. So follow us on TikTok if you haven't followed us there yet. But it has been a great show. We've covered an array of things. Like, from lavender marriages to Puerto Rico. But Lisa, we like to play games here, but the good games on the Inner Circle podcast. So before we go, and actually, no, do we have time? Do you think you have time for your 10 laws of attraction? You're
Yes, that will change your life. I do. So really fast.
into this game. Yes, we also like here giving positive information and the things that will help your life and change your life. So take it away, Madeline.
So 10 laws of attraction that will change your life. The law of vibration, everything is energy. What you feel, you attract. Number 2, the law of clarity. Be clear about what you want, or the universe won't know what to deliver. Number 3, the law of action. Manifestation needs movement. You have to meet the universe halfway. Can't manifest and
Preach,
not like.
preach, preach, preach.
Number 4, the law of belief. You attract what you believe you deserve. So aim higher.
Ooh. I gotta change that thought because I've been attracting some duds.
Yeah, not me. Number 5, the law of focus. What you focus on expands. Choose your thoughts wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Law of gratitude. Being thankful multiplies your blessings.
I agree with that.
Charlie knows what that means because he's all about gratitude.
And I
Number
see it
7.
pay off.
Number 7, the law of alignment. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions must line up with your desires.
Mm.
Okay.
Number 8, the law of patience. Good things take time. Trust the process. 2 more. The law of detachment. Let go of how and when. Just believe it's coming.
I've been
Yeah,
getting really good at that.
Yeah.
me
Mhm.
too.
I've been
Last
getting very good
one.
at that.
So the last one, the law of reflection. Your outer world mirrors your inner world. Shift within and life shifts too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Me too.
And
Those are
what a
good
shift it's
nuggets.
been. Yes, those are some great
Those are
nuggets.
very good nuggets.
Now let's end it from nuggets to this game to a fun game. I want to end the show with you ladies. This is going back to nostalgia. Um, going back to the early millennium,
Are
uh,
you
our youth, right? Um, we're gonna play a game of was it. I'm gonna go down the list of different categories from musicians to albums to TV shows to games, and I'm going to ask you guys, was it cool or was I just 13? So then y'all will decide like if y'all really thought it was cool and still think it's cool, it's cool. But if
Okay.
y'all looking, I was just 13. All right. So y'all get it?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone at home, or if you're listening, streaming us, play along. Here we go. Our first one. Were they cute or was I just 13? In sync.
Cute.
Hmm.
Justin Timberlake, preferably.
You
Oh
know
no,
what?
that's girl.
He was a
I
white boy
mean,
with swag.
I thought that the Backstreet Boys were cuter. Like Kevin
Oh
Richardson was
no.
fine to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you were just 13.
Cute.
Listen, this particular picture I'm looking at of them back then, only Justin and JC will be the cute ones because those other three in the back,
Yeah, Chris
just
Kirkpatrick.
13. And
Yeah.
especially that pineapple thing he used to have. Nah, just 13.
But they dropped better music than the Backstreet Boys.
Next,
Hmm.
was it good or was I just 13? New York Minute, starring Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
It was cute. I was like, was I here or was I in Florida? I think I was in Florida by then. And I was like, I want to live in New York like them.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I
Oh,
never seen it.
really? I
I know
loved
my
all the Mary Kay and Ashley movies. They used to have movies like back to back.
yeah. Well, my
Yeah.
uncle was obsessed with them growing up. He was obsessed, and he had. I remember seeing his VHS. He's like 2 years younger than me. FYI, people out there. But yeah. Anyways, was it cool or was I just 13? Spencer's.
It
Remember
was cool.
Spencer's in the mall?
I don't.
Spencer's was like Hot Topic. I liked Hot Topic before I liked Spencer's because I was such a big metalhead. But Spencer's had hip hop influence. Like they would have like hip hop shirts and stuff. So I like Spencer's.
Yeah, I think it's still cool if there's still any Spencer's open in the malls of America. Next, was it good or was I just 13? Jessica Simpson's In This Skin album.
Now, what song was in that album?
With you,
No,
I let my head down.
I was
Yeah.
just 13.
Everything crazy.
Well, I
I
was
was
probably like
just
20.
13. The only song I actually liked, and I was talking about this last episode, I said that I was listening to Irresistible.
It's just cool.
I
I'm
like
gonna say-
Irresistible.
You know that song is about Jesus Christ?
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that just kills my vibe.
No, I'm gonna say it's cool because I actually really did like this album when it came out. I really did. It was I liked
I like the
almost all.
first album.
Next. I've never even heard of this show either. So I don't know if
I probably have.
I'm sorry. I should be wearing my glasses. Was it good or was I just 13? Sweet Valley High TV show.
I never watched that shit.
That was my days. It was good.
Oh, never seen it.
It was
Never seen
good. Yeah.
Was it good or was I just 13? MTV's Room Raiders.
It was good.
Yeah,
Oh my
that was
God.
good. That was good.
I was
used to
like,
watch
damn,
it.
I want to live like these bitches. Like they have
Me
so many
too.
cute things, and I'm here
Yes.
sharing a room with my sisters.
And then when they would do the blue light on guys' beds and like, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
That was
Or like
crazy.
on the ceiling.
yeah.
that was that. I still think
That was
it's
the heyday of MTV. That and Teen
Mhm.
Mom.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, when they still play some music videos.
Right.
I'm skipping this because we need to think. Okay. Were they cool or was I just 13? Nanos.
No, little Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
No,
I
they
was just
were.
13.
I was just 13. I didn't have time for those shits.
True story. I used to wake up in the middle of the night as like an 11-year-old when they were out, like to make sure like the poop to clean it out because I didn't want my nano to die. Like, what the hell? No lie, I was like 11 years
You
old.
would be a
So-
good father. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't believe I admitted that out loud, but yes, when I was like 11, I remember the apartment I lived in and everything on Ridge Street. Yep, and I used to wake up like clean the poop and go back to sleep on a school night. Was it cool or was I just 13? Quick braid styling kit Con Air, ladies. Does it ring a bell?
Quick braid styling.
Kit, quick and easy 2 or 3 hair braiding Con Air.
No,
Like,
that was for white
No.
girls that didn't know how to
Yeah,
braid.
no.
no,
Exactly.
and literally white girls on the cover of the box that I'm looking at.
Are
Wow,
they? Yeah, no.
never heard of. And we'll end it with this one. Was it cool or was I just 13? Napster.
That was cool.
That was cool. That was
That
like
was
infamous.
cool.
I felt
What?
like a rebel
Hell yeah.
downloading shit on
Hell
Napster.
yeah.
I never did Napster. Wait,
Oh,
did I do Napster?
I believe
No,
it because Charlie's the
Napster
same
and
person.
LimeWire.
I was
I love
LimeWire.
LimeWire. Charlie's
I
the
did
same
both.
person that still buys albums like on Apple Music. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Me, I will go to the corner on Broadway and buy a $5 CD.
I
Well-
definitely did Napster. My
Listen.
computer was definitely filled with viruses.
No, oh yeah, that too. Remember, like, nah, yeah, I never did Napster, but I did. I was a LimeWire guy.
Yeah, me too. I
Remember,
did
you
both.
had to wait, like sometimes for certain things, like the whole next day, like you would go
Yeah,
to
to
sleep.
download.
Yes. Yes.
It's called dial-up, kids. If any Gen Zers are watching or
Dial-up.
young kids, it's called dial-up. You know, we had it. But anyways, thank you to our very extra special guest, Lisa,
Thank you so
for
much.
joining us on
Thank you.
of
Thank you for
that.
having me.
Okay. More episodes with Lisa.
Yes.
Listen,
Post
you
Puerto
are
Rico.
welcome.
Oh my
You are
God.
welcome to come back to the show. Please come back. You are
100%.
welcome.
We have to discuss Housewives.
Oh
Yes.
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 We listen. By the end, if you do come back in August after Puerto Rico, Atlanta should be wrapping up, and we should be at the tail end of the reunions. So
Yes.
we could
That's true.
talk the whole
That's very,
season,
very
and
true.
Miami will be started. So,
Yeah.
summer's gonna be good. But
Summer's here.
we thank you to my best girlfriend. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching, for streaming, all that good stuff. You know where to follow us, like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. Thank you so much. See you guys next week. Adios.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.